Hired Ops is a game in the FPS MMO genre with RPG elements distributed on the free-to-play model on the Steam platform. The game is designed for a mid-core audience of fans of realistic shooters. The player can choose a mercenary from 4 base classes: Stormtrooper, Destroyer, Sniper, and Scout. Each class has its own arsenal of primary and support weapons. Items for appearance changes. Each class has a separate model for each side of the conflict: USEC and Bear. All weapons in the game can be modded. It is possible to set sights, muzzle, and tactical devices, as well as apply paintwork. Each class has its own branch of leveling combat skills. Selected combat skills can be improved for the experience earned in battle. In combat, each class has its own set of combat equipment: grenades, first aid kits, special devices, combat drones, rockets, airstrikes, and other devices. During the game, the player will have to fulfill contracts from 3 corporations, improving their reputation and receiving valuable rewards. All received rewards will be added to your inventory. Players can sell most of their received equipment through the Steam trading platform. For real money in the game store, you can buy camouflage kits for your PMC, weapon, paintwork, and mods, boosters, and a premium account. Now there are 8 locations within the game. Depot, a sorting station in Kazakhstan, according to Bear Intelligence, was used as a hub for the evacuation of resources and materials of the company called Terra Group Labs. A large map designed for command modes, combined both battles in close quarter spaces and long-range engagements on open terrain. An abandoned communications station 25 kilometers from Novinsk, Russia. A small dynamic map for deathmatch mode, designed for short but intense battles. Evacuation. This is an abandoned Emercom base in the Ural Mountains, which was previously used for training personnel in the actions during a mass evacuation of a civilian population. Medium-sized map for deathmatch, combining natural terrain with a large elevation difference and small buildings for CQB firefights. Territory of an abandoned factory of the 19th century. Tarkov, Russia. Large map for command modes with a high density of buildings for fans of hallway-type maps from COD and CSGO. The 5th loading zone of the Tarkov port is a carefully protected area and serves as a warehouse for the cargo for Terra Group Labs under the cover of the logistics company Paradigm Shipping. Compact map for deathmatch mode. One of the favorite maps transferred to Hired Ops from Contract Wars. A former border base of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps on the border of Iran, Afghanistan, and Turkmenistan has been transferred to the Russian PMC's base. Large map, with terrain differences for all command modes. The predominant number of firefights occur at medium and long ranges. Ghetto on the outskirts of Bangkok, Thailand. The discovered Terra Group materials attracted the forces of USEC and Bear PMCs, whose interests inevitably intersected. Another map for command modes, which is a mix of open space and rooms for corridor gameplay. The lighthouse on Cape Dalney was an important strategic object of the city. At the beginning of the conflict, it was used by USEC as a landing point, which attracted the attention of the Bear detachments, designed to reduce the presence of enemy PMCs to 0. The largest map at the moment, available for team modes with an increased number of players to 7-7. All other maps are 5-5. an open map with a large number of natural cover, suitable for fans of sniper gameplay. The game has 4 classic modes available. Target designation differs from similar modes in other games in the presence of additional respawns after death and random selection of targets for destruction. Team elimination, or team deathmatch. During the match, airdrops with money are dropped on the map, which players can use to buy equipment in the combat store. Tactical conquest, a mode in which teams must capture and hold control points, accumulating points to win the match. Deathmatch, free-for-all, a simple game mode in which the player does not need to perform any additional tasks other than killing your opponents. In all modes, players can earn currency during the match. They can spend to buy equipment in the combat store, first aid kits, combat stimulants, various grenades, mines, combat drones, rockets and mortar strikes, thermal imagers, grenade launchers, special weapons, spot detectors, and so on. The combination of ways to dispatch your enemies are endless. The game has a hardcore damage system, broken limbs, bleeding, high explosive damage, gas poisoning, thermal grenades. In combat, players can choose one of 3 types of ammunition for each weapon type, and one of 3 types of armor plates for each class. At the moment, the game has 85 pieces of modern weapons and more than 130 modifications for it.